Well, I thought I was finished with this thing after working on it all weekend, but apparently one note is getting stuck. And that's because the spring is not strong enough, so I have to try to coax this 113-year-old spring to do what it's supposed to do. And that's going to be interesting. Here's the key that gets stuck sometimes. Number 36. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Now it's working fine, of course, but anyway, I'll let you know what goes with this. Now the action of the piano, what's the keys and all its related components, has been pulled out, and I've been working on this thing all bloody weekend. And here's the key that's giving problems now, number 36. It's not getting it all the time. It's not picking up that hammer all the time. Like I said, now it seems to be working fine, but it wasn't when I had it inside the piano, the action. So I have to take out the whipping, number 36. You can see if I can show you the one that's, there it is, you see. That's the one that's the jack, and it's called a whipping, and that's the jack that powers the hammer. It's all mechanical. So I'm going to take that whipping out and examine it and see why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So that's going to be the next step. I have to take this felt bar off to get to the whipping. So that's the next step in the process. It's like when you're working on a car engine, you gotta remove some parts to get to other parts. So same with the action of a piano. This is a grand piano action, of course. Okay, before I take whipping number 36 out, I want to just show you what's going on here. So the key is supposed to stay up, the hammer is supposed to stay up, and then when you hit the strings, it comes down to what's called the back check. Now, as you can see, number 36 is just kind of dripping right down. It's not holding up. It has to stay up to the other key. But of course, the temptation is to jack up the spring tension, but if you do that, it's going to sound ugly, the note. So you have to jack up the spring just enough so it stays up. And any more than that, it's going to have a harsh tone. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Okay, there's the whipping now. That's the thing that powers the keys. And I have it, as you can see, pretty strong already with that big bow in the spring there. If you can see it, let's see. Yeah, it's a little hard to see, but there it is. Okay, but for some reason it's not powerful enough. Maybe the spring is too thin, or whatever the case might be. But I'm going to see what I can do to get more energy in there. I'll have to bend the spring. So that's the next step in the process. Well, I jacked up the spring as much as possible, and as you can see, it's still falling. And it's better, but still not as strong as it needs to be. I'll see if I can make some adjustments. I might switch it with another whipping on the higher keys, which tend to be smaller hammers, and maybe one of those will work. This is a larger hammer, number 36. Let's see if I can. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, maybe the best we can do with this. Well, see, it's stuck now. That's what happens when it's not strong enough. You don't ever want the hammers to be stuck on a piano. Well, I took the whipping from number 88, the top key, which isn't used too much, and put it into, I think it's going to work okay. I have to make lots of adjustments, of course, and it has to be exactly even with the other two. And so that's the next step in the process, and I'll keep you posted. Well, it looks like the whipping exchange was successful. I exchanged number 36 with number 88, and it seems to be working okay at this point. I'm going to see how it sounds in the piano. I had to make a lot of other adjustments. It's not just putting the new whipping in. You got to make all sorts of adjustments which I'll go into in another video perhaps. But anyway, let's see how it sounds inside, okay? Well, I've got better sounding, but it still has a bit of a buzz there, and so I'm gonna have to make some more adjustments. I think what it is, it's what's called the let-off is a little too high, and that's how high the hammer raises when you strike it, and it's probably just a little too high. It needs to be a little bit lower. So that's going to be the next adjustment. Doesn't sound bad, but it's still not where it needs to be. Hear that little buzz there? No good. Well, I think I finally got it to sound the way it's supposed to sound. It's got to go from real soft to real loud and everything in between. It's got to be able to sustain until you let it go. And that's key number 36, which I think I'm finally finished with. So as you can see, this will keep you busy, and it can be frustrating, but I want my piano to sound as best as it can possibly sound, so I'm willing to do it. Like I said, I have 3 of them. I used to have 5. I just gave away 2 grand pianos for free because I couldn't sell them. They were unknown brands, but I sure worked hard on them. But anyway, at least somebody's enjoying them. So that's the life of a piano technician. Thankfully, I don't need to make a living with this. This is kind of a passion of mine, as I am a semi-retired public school teacher. That one needs to be fixed too, it sounds like. All right, well, I gotta get busy. Catch you soon.